to click the little got it button to get that screen wiped out of your way. Upright seat. Scooting a little to the edge. Hands comfortably resting. Chin, that subtle bowing of the chin so the crown is extending up. Nasal breathing in the nose. Could go out the nose or the mouth. And I'm going to mute everybody now. So just a short moment here, finding your central channel. Everything being soft and melted, that can be over time. Finding more and more ease. Just another 45 seconds or so here. So this opening meditation is very important. Hands resting, shoulders softening, elbows sunk, loose. This is where we establish our middle, both our vertical middle going straight down through the middle of us, and then also from the belly button straight back to the lumbar spine, that line, and where those two lines intersect is the middle of the middle. And so the circles are made up of those lines. So from this to the back, and then where those connect around the body, that's the belt meridian. The central channel runs up and down the middle, and where the bottom, the perineum, and the top are connected up the back, down the front, right? So you can start to view your body differently when you study sort of the Taoist view, the Chinese medicine Taoist view. It's less about meat, bone, and electricity, and it's more about spaces, pathways, circles, spirals, right? And so the more we can operate from that level, view our body from that level, then we start to use our body differently. And especially dealing with Parkinson's, that's what is most useful, is to shift out of the way that is causing problems and find this other way that actually emphasizes ease, emphasizes soft, emphasizes releasing through movement, right? Sliding hands forward, softly drop the head and just let the back side of your body open. Slide the hands back, elbows come back, let the front side of your body open. Slide hands forward. Make this as light and easy as you can. So no force. But sometimes you need to apply a little bit of force if the body's really rigid, if it's really stuck. You have to, put a little bit of energy into the movement. But over time, space opens and it's more just like undulating inside of a fluid matrix. So see if you can get that quality. Find the middle again. Then one hand goes forward to the knee, other hand comes back, turning in the direction that the back hand goes. So rotate and look that way. And then switch. Sliding, turning, rotating. Sliding, turning, rotating. Ease. Emphasize ease. Emphasize loose. And then when you're loose and easy, noting that you can still command your body to do stuff. And back to middle. Arms hang. Lean. 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 And back to middle. Scoot a little bit back on your chair. Legs, knee up, heel in, push. Back up, set the foot down, switch. Chamber, push. Chamber, reverse. Complete the drawing in, complete the extending, complete the drawing in, lower it down. Chamber, push. Chamber, return. One more. Now hold the foot out there and go point and flex. Point and flex. Doing it. And then invert, evert, a little subtle roll of the ankle. Circles. Reverse circles. Switch. Point and flex. Invert, evert. Circles. Reverse the circles. And down. Shift forward again to the front edge of your chair. Buttocks on the chair, legs out beyond the chair. Swivels. Lift the ball of your left foot. Turn that foot out. Knee goes out. And then turn it in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Leave the toe out. And you're going to go heel out, knee in, heel in, knee out. Repeat that. Now the heel goes out, leave the heel where it is, go toe out, knee out, toe in, knee in. And walk it back in, heel and toe. Other leg, toe lifts and we turn the leg out, turn it in. So it goes past neutral. External rotation at the hip, internal rotation. The foot has to come along with the knee. The whole leg moving kind of like a door, opening on a hinge, closing. Now the heel goes out, the knee comes in. Heel comes in, knee out. Now the heel goes out, leave it out, go toe out, toe in with the knee, whole movement, and walk it back in. Both. Open, close. So you'll feel that little sort of knee toe touching. Open, close. Open, close. Open and stay open. Now the heel's out, the knee go in. So this loose quality that you can see in my leg, where my just sitting here, my legs are just smoothly rolling through the range. That's what we're looking for. One more. Now, heels stay out, toes. So now we're even wider still and in. You can usually, it feels best to keep the toes up on this one because it's pretty wide, and then in. But just feel that space in there that you're wringing out. Last one. And then walk everything in. 1, 2, and neutral. All right. Forward folds. Hinge. Bowing. Sitting upright. Back. Sitting upright. Folding forward. Sitting upright, leaning back, upright, forward. And slide your feet back a little bit. So standing up, shoulders and arms and head go past the ankles. Push through the earth, stand up tall. The butt goes back. Notice the knees don't bend yet. And then once my butt is back, my head and shoulders are forward, then sink. Folding. It's almost like we fall so that we're coming off the chair with ease. And the same thing here. We just fall through the space. One more time. Now 3 times, don't sit in your chair. Don't sit in the chair. Sink. Rise. So don't sit in your chair. Don't sit in the chair. Just go to there and then come back up. So do your best not to sit in the chair, David, if you can help it. So this is a squat where you just go only to the point where you can sustain it and then stand back up all the way to this relaxed, easy position. One more time. And we are up. All right. Now, moving my chair out of the way, but keep your chair where you have it. Standing. We rock a little bit forward to the balls of the feet. And then we rock a little bit back towards the heels. And if you're standing and you feel balance issues, this is where you could have your walker just right in front of you, and you're just rocking forward, rocking back, but you got your safety mechanism there. Rock to the toes, rock to the heels. Good. And then find the middle. Now, arm practice here. The hand comes up, wrist is relaxed, loose. Falls back down through that space. Other hand, up, down through that space. So when you lift the hand, notice that I'm not sending my elbow back. My elbow's out here. So make sure that happens on both sides, that the elbow goes out to the side rather than back, right? So the elbow is out here and the wrist is as if it's being pulled up by a string. Now, bring the left wrist up and lean through the right leg and reach that hand down like you're trying to touch the floor a little bit. And then as this top hand comes down, the other hand rises and lean through this other leg. Act like you're sort of trying to softly touch the floor. And then change. Change. So this series is all about ease, but it's about differentiation between one leg and the other leg, one fuller, one emptier, one hand going down while other hand is going up. They reach the top and bottom, then they change. Also, this induces interior micro movements through all the little vertebra, through all the little nooks and crannies in the body. And from here, top hand, flatten the palm and press down as this soft wrist rises. And then press down as this soft wrist rises. Flatten that upper palm and press down as the bottom hand softens and floats up. And then top hand presses, bottom hand loose as it rises up. Press, and we're changing leg each time. The hand that's going down, that's the hand that, or that's the leg we go into. Press. 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 Now, last one in this series, the falling leaf. This top hand turns palm up and falls as the bottom hand rises, loose wrist. And then this top hand rolls over, palm up. As it falls, bottom hand floats up. And then the hands turn over, right? So as you're changing, the hands are going, rolling, 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 rolling. Last one. And let this top hand just fall. Shogun, closing gesture. And settle right at belly button. There's my belly button. My hands are right at that level. Out in front a bit. Shoulders soft, elbows soft. It's called middle embrace. Standing meditation. Just a couple moments, a couple of breaths. Now, fingertips touch, all five touch. Bring the hands forward to a Tai Chi straight, meaning you're not locked, but you're not bent. Find that soft, extended state. Open. Keep opening until the fingertips get all the way out. But if I turn sideways, notice that my hands are not behind my torso. So I don't crank them back. I open them out. So this pulls from the middle in both directions. It opens up the spaces in the body. And then when we bring them back towards each other to softly touch the fingertips, all those slightly open spaces gently compress like a spongy sort of accordion. Open. Now, as you open, go into your right leg, So make sure you're not doing your left leg because it looks like I'm doing left, but I'm in my right. And then close. Keep them up at chest height. So this is the upper basin. Open. Close. Open as you go through the right leg, letting the left side be soft and open. Closing as you go to the left leg, letting the right leg be soft and open. Close. Open. Make sure you're opening into your right leg there, Tony. No, you're in your left leg. Aha. And then back to that left leg as you close. Now drop the hands in front of the navel. Open. As you open, go to your right leg. As you close, go to your left leg. Open. Close. Open. Close. Make sure you're opening to your right leg there, Tone. It gets tricky, I know, because you get used to using me as a mirror. Go to your right leg, which would be that way. And then close. Now, drop the hands in front of the groin. They swing out to the sides and open, 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 open. Close. Open. Close. Continue. Open. Close. So these all that we're doing here come from the Tai Chi forms that are emphasizing de-starching the body. So it's this emphasis. They seem sort of like easy movements, innocuous movements maybe, but they're able to be done with this soft quality that you want to keep focusing on, soft. So it really cultivates that. And back to middle and shogun, which means closing gesture. So it's this little up, over, round, and then hands settling down to the navel. To that middle embrace. Shoulders soft, elbows soft, hands very, very soft. And hands come down. Now, swing, right arm forwardish, left arm backish, just a little bit. And then swing, switch. 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 Again, can be done with ease. Swing. Swing. Now, the next time you swing, hold there. The arm that is behind you, empty that leg. So make that leg empty. And then when you swing, change legs. Swing. 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 Speed is not your friend. Slow, thorough movement. There's this middle place that is slow but not gripped and stagnant. And then when you practice that way, you open up the spaces, and then speed and swiftness are available a little bit later. But any speed done now is clumsy and rigid. And come to stillness in the middle. Take your left hand, bring it across to your right hip. Right hand comes around behind, placing the back of the hand on the opposite hip or opposite buttock. Notice how when you loosen up, there's an induced movement on all the little places in your body, your shoulder blades, your arm bones, all the vertebra, the hips, where they meet the legs, the thighs, the knees, even down through the ankles. So the looser you are, the more induced opening movement happens. And then you can actually swing with a little more gusto if you're looser. But in the beginning, just start small and wait for that feeling of doing it with ease. And then it can grow where the arms, if you swing them with that more gusto, they'll kind of move up the body. So it'll be eventually like you're smacking your rib cage in the front and back. And notice when I turn around, my hand is smacking. Rather than like Karen, I see you having your arms stiffly like that. So make sure loose. And back to neutral. Totally at ease. Then we come up with the hands like so. The hands go a little bit out and we drop and swing them up. And so as the hands come down, we gently sit into the legs and come up. So very gentle, swing and swing up. Swing, a little sink and up. So you see my torso, I'm just sitting up. Now double the swing, so we go 1, 2, and up. 1, 2, and up. Up. Last one. And up. Elbows. This just opens our shoulders. Loose hands throughout. Back. Forward. Hands are on your shoulders. Maybe you can go elbows up where your hands end up. Back. And out. Down. Hands down in front. Turn palms over, under. So we just get that command very clear for the forearm. The hand isn't really changing, it's just the forearm. Okay, and palms up, open. Bring them back towards each other, one above the other. The pinkies come onto the body. Notice how I'm touching my body with my pinky and flare the elbow out. So we're getting internal rotation. So Karen, yeah, let those elbows, see how far my elbows are coming forward and my pinkies are still touching the body. So you're getting a nice deep internal rotation back onto the body, open. Notice how close my elbows are to my body here, and I'm externally rotating here. Then the other hand on top, come in, softly touch the pinky side, and then flare those elbows. So the pinkies touch. Notice how the top hand is on the inside. I'm keeping width, so I'm not hugging for this one. This isn't the bear hug. This is here, 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 here. So again, when I do it, try to find that space. That's where all the magic is happening. Nothing is changing in my wrists or my forearms or my elbows or anything. It's one, but it looks like I'm doing something with my arms and including everything, but instead I'm just finding that pivot and cultivating space. So this is kind of like swivel steps, but for the arms. Now here, up over the rainbow, comes down, up, over, down, up, over, down. So it's an internal rotation, and at this point, it's external rotation. Goes into internal rotation, external rotation, internal, external. Now, both come up towards each other, wrists crossed. Internal rotation as they come down, through, and behind. When they go behind, there's still an internal rotation. They come up, the wrists crossed, roll open, come down in external rotation. Up, over, cross wrists, turn the palm, swing, swing, open. They settle all the way down. They come up over the rainbow, fold, sweep down through and swing. Swing, rolling open and settle down. Up over rainbow, crossing, just keep rolling on through, back, cross, and open. Now, we're going to add a challenge to that. Shift your weight to your right leg for a moment. Turn your left foot out a little bit. Shift into left leg and step your right foot just a little bit in front. Now, as you come up over the rainbow, shift into your front leg. Stay in your front leg, swing. Stay in your front leg, swing up. Go into your back leg. Down. Up over the rainbow as you come into your front leg. Stay in your front leg. Stay in the front leg. Then go to the back leg. Over the top. Stay in the front leg. Go into the back leg. Go into the front leg, over the rainbow. Stay. Two more. Switch feet. I forgot to say, the foot that is in front, that's the hand that crosses above. Go into your front leg as you go over the rainbow. So there's like a moment here you can gather yourself. Then stay in the front leg. Stay in the front leg. Go to the back leg. So, Janona, watch what I'm doing here. 1, 2. Settle, back leg. And when you're taking your arms back, Janona, you're doing a big old circle. That's not what we're doing. Soft, just right to here. So I'm not going for a full circle. I'm just coming to here. Palms up. And they're slightly in front of the body, not back here cranking and straining the body, right? So shift into your front leg, hands come over the rainbow and they're in front. Swing. Swing up. Shift back and they just settle right alongside. Notice I didn't take my arms all the way to straight here, Janona. Here, elbows bent. Up, over, into your front leg, stay in the front, come back. Two more. Last one here, we just let the arms swing. Shogun. Now, I think we've done this next set before, but I want to do it again. So arms hang. We'll do just your right arm. It's my left, your right, so you can use me as a mirror. Scoop. Notice wrist, fingers, elbow, and notice that I'm across the body. So Janona, you're about here. Look where I'm going with it. And also, look, my arms close to my body here. So it's almost like it's in a sling. But then the elbow lifts, the palm faces the floor, and we extend out. Let it fall. And it's fingertips scooping up sort of to opposite shoulder. So the arms coming across, elbow lifts, palm flattens, slice. This induces a natural shift into your left leg. And again, roll, right? Finding that roll and then scoop, slice. Notice the natural shift of leg to leg and the natural turn. And this feels like a closed position. And then this, an opening. Closed. Roll it. Open. Close. And open. Now let that arm just fall. Other side. Scoop. Roll it. Make that little space in here. And then slice. Falls. Follow the fingertips. Roll. Slice. Scoop. Slice. So make sure you changed arms there, David. I think you were doing the right arm last time. So now do the left arm. Let me be your mirror for this one. Slice. So there's main point here. The scoop looked really good, David, right there. Scoop. But then right here, elbow has to lift and the palm flattens, right? So from here to here, and then it's free to. So these last few come from silk reeling, Qigong, which is all about spiral infrastructure nourishment, right? So notice that we're making spiral gestures with this type of movement, right? We're in one type of rotation, and then when we lift, we're rotating inside the shoulder and coming all the way through. One more. And out. And the arm falls. Now, the other side, this is a different one. The complementary. Bend and look at the hand, right? Now, the elbow has to lift up, and you try to get like you're going to tickle your own armpit. And then just thread the hand down like a snake crawling down something that's crawling down. And then turn the palm out. Bend the elbow, the hand comes up, so you're looking at it. Elbow lifts up, tickle your own armpit. So you tuck the finger underneath. And then as that snake slithers down, look away. Look to the opposite direction. Make sure the arm is fully released and straight so that it just effortlessly rolls open. And you bend the elbow and the hand comes up and you look at it. The elbow lifts, the hand goes like it's going to tickle the armpit. Try to tickle your own armpit. And then as that snake slither all the way down, turn the head to look away. Turn the head to look towards as you bring the hand up. Elbow lifts, tickle your own armpit. Slither. Again. Natural weight shifts into the right. Natural weight shift into the left as you look away. Spiraling, right? So feel that spiral. When you do that, sort of connect the dot of try to touch your own armpit, the arm has to do this particular rotation. And then while it's in that rotation, you straighten and then let it roll open. Two more. Follow those fingertips, creep, and over time you can get to where you really get down the backside. So if you can't quite get to the backside, it's okay to just keep the hand somewhat in front. All right, other side. Turn that left palm out, bend the elbow, and look at it. So now here's that spiral. The elbow lifts, and the fingertips try to go touch that armpit. And once it's in that position, then it's just about following the fingertips down and turning the head to look away. Fully lengthened arm, turn the palm out, turn towards it, bring the hand up. As the elbow rises, the fingertips go to try to tickle the armpit. So make that your goal, and that will usually just take care of all the structural issues. As you say, oh, I'm trying to touch my fingertips. So bring the hand up, touch my fingertips to my armpit. The body just obeys and says, okay, I get it. And then we slither down as you look away. Couple more. Look towards as the elbow bends, the hand comes up. Then as you do that little corkscrew, you look away. These various exercises, when you get better at them or at a more quote unquote advanced level, we do them while standing in a wider stance, a lower stance, and then it involves various parts of the body more. But initially, we just want to get the flow. Now, additional brain challenge. As the left hand goes down, bend right elbow and look at the right hand. Then as you tickle the right armpit, turn the left palm out. And as the one hand goes down, the other elbow bend, hand come up. Tickle the left armpit, turn and go the other way. tickle the right armpit. And so Tony, right there, make sure that hand gets all the way down when this is all the way up, so that it just turns out as this tucks under, and then it's one down, one up. Very good. And make sure the right hand is down so that as we start to do this little tuck, this palm can turn open, and then it's, make sure the left arm goes all the way extended, so it's just a simple rotation and a simple rotation and a simple rotation. Eventually, these seemingly very awkward and complex movements flow really nicely through the spaces and canals. And then leave one hand down, bring the other hand down. Shogun, or closing gesture. And settle all the way to that middle. And on that Friday class that we do on the Monday class, we do many things in the lower body that come from silk reeling, right? Stance positions and leg cycles and things like that. So silk reeling, again, Monday and Friday's classes are usually cut in half, upper body, lower body. And so we're learning some upper body stuff here. And so again, both of those, if you attended both, it would be a good idea. Okay. Now, arms hang down, and let's find a weight shift into the left leg, turn right foot out just 5 or 10 degrees, shift into that leg, and then turn the left foot out 5 or 10 degrees. So we're in a slightly turned out stance, which exposes the quad, the groin, the pelvis relationship. And then place your hands on your belly, stacked. So now, turn the belly. Notice when you turn to your right, it would be natural for the left knee to collapse in. I'm mimicking what you don't want to do here. I'm letting my knee collapse in. What you do want to do is keep that leg open as you turn this way, and feel that quad get a little bit of challenge, a little bit of open. And then turn the belly to the left, keeping the right knee lined up with the toes. And so you get that quad on this side to open. Turn. So one of the main mechanisms that Tai Chi is trying to get us to find is quad and what they call the waist, which is the lumbar spine behind the belly. So that's that Ming Men. So as you turn, you want the quad open, the hip groin area, and you want the waist open. Now, as you turn, make your soft fists. So keep that lower body work going. Turn and softly extend. So if I'm turning to this is my right, but I'll say left, it'll be a right fist extending. Then, as I turn back, I'm pulling that right fist back and extending left. Soften, make fists again, pull, and extend. Pull, extend, pull, extend. Soften, firm. There's a firm quality, and then a relax. Firm quality, relax. So also notice it might look like I'm punching my fists across me, but the fist is going to the same place in space every time. And it's my body that's complying to get that to happen. So there's a turn everywhere in the body, but the fist is just traveling forward. And then fist traveling forward. So Janona, make sure your fist is hitting the same place, both fists, as if there's something out in front of you, because you're turning and punching over here and then punching over here. And I'm not. I'm going straight ahead with the fist, but the body is turning. And then straight ahead with the fist and the body is turning. The quad, the waist. Soften and then soften, firm, firm, soften, firm, soften, firm, soften, firm, soften, firm, soften. Just kind of polishing those round spaces in the body. Now, drop both fists, let them hang. Keep this loose, round quality. Turn, swinging the arms that way. Like two pendulums, they drop, turn. So left paw now has to open. Don't let that knee collapse in, and turn. They drop, turn, drop. So it's turning. Now the fists come up, turn. They come over the top and fall down. Turn, turn. So we're finding that that same fulcrum, that same combination pivot of the quad and the waist can create all different kinds of movements through the outer orbiting planets. So, but this same awareness of this middle switching directions, we just swing back. Keep those knees protected. So your focus is my knees don't get to collapse in or out, and I'm turning these parts. And that combination of not letting the knees collapse and making these round shapes induces the development of that interior internal mechanism. And middle. Bring your feet back closer together. Shogun. Arms come down alongside you. Rock a little forward. Arms swing a little forward. Rock back. They swing back. Rock forward, they both swing forward and they rise up, wrists are relaxed. Rock back, the hands slide back and settle just a little bit. Rock forward, the hands exude out through the fingertips. Turn the palms to face each other, they fall. Rock back, tickle your armpits. Wrists stay folded as you push out through the back of the wrists and then down. Rising, slide back and settle again. And then heels of hands press, soft Tai Chi squat. Push through the earth, come back to the middle. This induces the cardinal energy movements of Tai Chi. Rock a little forward, rock a little back. Pung, or rising, like a wave out in the middle of the ocean, how it surges up. Slide back and settle. This is like a wave going up the shore. It's called Ji. Turn the palms to face each other. Hands fall. Come up and tickle the armpits and unfurl the arms out. That all sets us up for Lu, which is like a wave coming away from the shore and going back to the depths of the ocean. that energy. Again, come, slide back, settle. That's considered storing. And then this is like a wave at the middle of the sea, out at sea, the trough of the wave, suctioning down. And then this is just us letting go of everything and letting it go back to the earth. Sit the butt and then rise back to standing in the middle. Again, a little rock forward, a little rock back. Hung or rising. Let it exude through all the cells of the body. Then rock back, sliding back, and the hands just settle a little bit. Rock forward this out through the fingertips. Fully straightened arms here, right? Fully straight. Turn the palms to face each other. They fall down the far side of a circle, come up under like you're trying to tickle your own armpit. Find that path. Look at my elbows up here, right? If you're going to tickle your armpit, got to get them up there, David, if you can. And then, yeah, so go tickle your own armpit. Yeah, that's the position right there. So let's just do that part just a couple times. Come up and tickle the armpits and down. And just notice that's an area that needs flossing, that needs to be open, right? And then we're coming up that way. The wrists stay folded and we unfurl the hands forward as if over the top of a circle like that. And the joints go, whoa. And then down, loop, hum, slide back and settle, and on, pressing. And then song, softening, loose. One more time. Rock, rock. Hung, rising. Slide back and settle. That stores up for the next expression. G, or driving forward. Palms turn to face each other, fall down the far side of a circle, tickle your own armpit, up, 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 follow that circle, out, 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 and loop, like a wave returning. And then hum, slide back and settle, and on, heels of hands leading the way down, pressing, and then soften the wrists and hands, song, loose. Body weight shift to the right, turn slightly right. Body weight shift to the left, turn. Let these loose limbs sweep. The bear washes paws in the stream. Each one a little bit more than the last one, not out of force, but out of looseness. So then the looser they are, the more they start to explore the space around you, but at no point are you losing your middle. So your middle remains, your Ming Men, your center, your Kwa pivots remain, and just the looseness becomes the bear swirls the stream. So now the arm that's coming across is floating away around a far circle, comes in close, around. Around. Then it becomes the bear snatches the low jumping fish. So the palm now facing to the side, the fish jump a little higher. And again, some point, the more you practice, you'll start to feel that the rising of the arms, the changing of positions don't require force. They require the opposite. They require a release. And that means the spaces open up and the movement becomes fluid and liquid and easy. The bear snatches that highest jumping fish. And then we add the little sophistication of the pivots on this next one. So as that right hand's coming down, left arm coming up, roll, fold. Then shift and turn, this becomes brush knee and push. Then they change. The left hand falls into the water, the right hand comes up, rolls and folds, and we're shifting, turning, and then letting the flow go through to the fingertips. Naturally, they orbit around, brush and push, brush and push. So all you're doing with this one, you could think, is just using a little more sophistication in the pivots, right? Whereas the bear movements were kind of swinging the big arm like a big old bear, right? And then it becomes, oh, I have this little elbow pivot. And then there's, when that pivot's there, then I have a spring-loaded pushing unit, right? And next time you go over to your left, stay in your left. Right hand comes down. Bring this empty foot a little behind you, golden rooster. So this is about sitting through this leg like it's a spring-loaded chair, getting all your body weight to use just the one leg so that this becomes free. Touch the floor out in front of you there, right? And the hands are like so. One is up, pointing to the sky, the other is just resting, floating. Now bring that front foot back, toes turn slightly out, so it's a little bit like a ballet turn out. Change the weight. Left hand falls, bend right elbow. That empty right foot comes out, touches the toe, right? Bring the foot back, change, touch. Bring the foot back, empty, change, touch. Step back, change. This time option to lift, lower, back. So the goal here is not to rush to lift it, but instead first get it emptied, and once it's empty, free to step. And that's a very practical skill. It is saying, oh, it's empty, and then I do something with it. Don't you dare try and move a full leg, but that's what we do all the time when we try to step up stairs or step up a curb. That's why people fall, trip, is because they didn't quite free the leg before doing the thing. Stepping up a curb, stair, taking just a regular step. So getting better and better at having this leg empty and then going, now this one's empty. Right? And then finally, the bear washing paws. Now, that left hand sweeps across the leg, rises up like vapor, and becomes a cloud floating in the sky. Shift, turn, cloud, leg. I think I see it. Yeah, David's leaving. And then we got cloud, or vapor and rain, and then we got cloud, leg. Vapor and rain, cloud, leg. Vapor and rain, cloud, leg. Vapor, rain, cloud, leg. And back to the bear, back to the middle, sinking chi washing organs. From the middle, rock to the heels, the arms swing back and rise up. Rock to the toes, The hands cast forward, palms end up facing up. Rock to the heels, the hands come past the mouth. Rock to the middle of your feet, hands come to this middle embrace. And then this little turn. So add to this like this additional piece of internally rotate as you sink so that you're opening your shoulders and back a little more. And then release that internal rotation so that when you come up, the arms are in neutral. So they went down like this and they rolled open like that as you came up. Rock back, externally rotated arms. They rise and cast forward and turn palms up. They come back, fall down. They're already starting a little internal rotation. And then we just keep that by flaring the elbows. Tail goes back. So this just opens the spaces a little better. And then when you come up, the hands come up right alongside. So they went down like this, came up like that. Rock, 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 rock. To the middle, create that little shape. Round to the outside, rising up. Last one. Shogun, or closing gesture. Seal. Be completely still in both body and mind. That doesn't mean you don't shift weight and move and adjust. It just means you're not doing. You consider this highest ideal, philosophical ideal from Taoism, Wu Wei. Doing nothing while accomplishing all things, meaning inwardly in a state of doing nothing, yet fully present and in the flow of what needs to be done next, 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 next throughout your day. So finding that inward nothing, inward doing nothing, that is very nourishing, very stabilizing. And then we close with this Taoist bow. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, feel free.